That's what we see in verse 22, where it's saying those who come into the temple will be armed with power. What's the power? The power is that we take upon us the name of Christ. Well, don't we do that at baptism? Yes. Don't we do that when we receive the gift of the Holy Ghost? Yes. We also do it in the temple more fully.
Yep.
And taking upon us the name of Christ through covenants, that's how we are armed with power. That is the power of the temple. And that is the power that brings the charge of the ministering of angels. That the ministering angels now have charge over us. They minister to and for whom? Those whom the Lord has chosen. And the purpose of the temple and those sacred ordinances is to enter into that covenant with Christ and be his chosen people. And we choose him, but then he chooses us. And that's the beauty of the covenant relationship. It's two ways. And I think ministering angels, the concept of ministering angels, how that works, the operation of ministering angels in connection with the Holy Ghost, and how we can tap into that and truly have access to that through the ordinances and through the keys and gifts that were given in the temple covenants. I mean, I think that should be a topic of study for each and every member of the church that has gone through the temple, because that's power. I mean, it's armed with power. We have we're given authority over all of that, but we can then develop the power that comes with it and the capability to make use of that authority.
This is one of the reasons I think that the one of the changes the brother and the leadership has made in regards to the temple ordinances is that when we go to do proxy vicarious work, they've removed any reference to the individual when it used to say who is dead. And they've removed all that. And people thought that was a really nice change because it reminds us, like, well, they're not really dead. They're physical,
alive in spirit.
Yes, alive in spirit. They still exist in a place in which we may not be able to see physically with our eyes, but they still are there. But if we take that another step further, it reminds us that yes, those people are still capable. They're still able, and especially those of us who have righteous ancestry that we come from, that lineage, who made and kept sacred covenants, or those of us who have done work for ancestors who have now embraced and accepted the work that has been done on their behalf. There is a powerful army, just as it says here, armed with power. I mean, there's a powerful army on the other side at your disposal, seeking to help you, seeking to reach out and be of an assistance to you. That's part of the call and the charge they have. But we have to recognize and understand the power we have been given to exercise that. And most of the time we forget about it, or we don't have that understanding yet.
Hit that like button, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it.
They may seem like little things, but liking, commenting, it helps the algorithm push our content out to more people. So it's our small way of sharing the gospel in a social media age.